Hello! Today I'm gonna talk about Angry Face. Spoiler alert! This is locked by default, so if you don't want to see spoilers, come back to this video later. And I'm going to resume in a couple of seconds. Alright, I'm gonna be using my save file where I have Gloomhaven Wells 9. And it has my regular fox, so I can level up the character and roll the cards. So let's do new mercenary, and there you are, Doomstalker. So it's like a moderately tanky character. It's quite a lot of ability cards, and there is like a unique ability called Doom. So you can doom an enemy. It puts like a token on them at any range, and it has certain abilities which depends on the card. You can usually have only one doom at a time, but there are certain ways to play with that. That have more dooms and have the transfer dooms, but I would not be playing actually that style. I'll demonstrate another one, which is more like a simpler one, more straightforward. You can also play as some summoner, but I'm generally also not gonna be showcasing that. And you generally focus on one enemy at a time, and there are some powerful things you can do with Doom. I'll show in a bit. Yeah. So, yeah. Let's just do like this. Yeah, for quests, I encourage to pick up if you haven't unlocked some box, just get it. But other than that, yeah, feel free to choose whatever you like most. So let's see. Rain of Arrows. So next time a doomed enemy dies, perform attack 2 range 5 action. It's a burn card. And bottom of it is actually Doom. Yeah, it shows Doom ability. Mark one enemy is doomed. Add +2 attack to all attacks targeting, or of your attacks targeting this enemy. When the enemy dies or another Doom is played, discard this card. So it's actually a pretty good one. We're gonna keep it for a while, and we're gonna use it mostly for Doom instead of top. Crippling News. Create 1 4 damage stun trap in adjacent empty hex and gain experience when sprung by an enemy. And we have a Doom. This enemy attack, move, and range are all reduced by 1. It's actually not super good Doom in my opinion. Enemies already can be pretty strong, so you better have something to deal damage to them. And traps are also, it's very situational. It's enemies are not gonna stand into a trap, and even if they come close to you, they may not do it. And also you don't want enemies close to you. So Felin Swoop. Summon Warhawk. It's flying but not ranged, so we are not gonna do in summon builds. When this enemy dies, move to the hex in which it died. That's actually a pretty interesting ability, because with a lot of dooms in the beginning, it's hard to actually get some movement. So this can be oh hey, we cleaned up some enemy and we just teleport forward quite a lot. But I haven't used it all that much. But it can be pretty interesting. So I unlocked the Doomstalker kind of late in the playthrough and higher Gloomhaven Prosperity. And generally it's you unlock him from a scenario which is quite far in the game. So that's kind of normal. But yeah, you gotta already level up and pick some other cards. Vital Charge, Battle Boar, so 7 HP but only 1 damage, so it's not super good. When enemy dies, perform a heal self action. We generally don't just want to be taking damage with this character, so it's not really a good card. Race to the Grave, on the other hand, this is one of the best, probably if not the best Doom. So enemy suffers 2 damage at the start of each of its turns. So it's a extra wound, but it cannot be healed. You can apply it to bosses as well. Top one, I almost never use it. Multi-pronged assault. Attack 4 is target 2, but it's a burn, so it's not really good. And all allies add +1 attack to that attack target in this enemy. So it seems like, but you don't. So it's questionable. Detonation. So this one, again, burn ability. Create 1 3 damage trap in adjacent empty hex. All enemies adjacent to trap suffer 2 damage and trap is sprung. And when enemy dies, all enemies adjacent to the hex in which he died suffer 3 damage. This is pretty nice, although situational. Frightening Curse. So let's look at the Doom. When enemy dies, force all enemies adjacent to it perform a move 1 action when you controlling the action. It's pretty situational, but in playing right, it can cause enemies to walk into traps. Next 3 times doomed enemy dies within an enemy, transfer 1 Doom from that enemy instead of discarding it. So this can be pretty nice, but I haven't played as much with it. So I just picked like a bit more like straightforward approach. Foot Snare. Again, same problem with traps. It's like the enemies are not gonna really walk into them, and you kind of wanna stay far away from them. Solid Bow. Okay, so it's enchanted, so you generally don't get jump and just get attack 3, range 5 without poison. This is really good because it's not a burn, and it's also nice movement and nice initiative. We actually lack those kind of cards. We really need them. So yeah, you just doom enemy and then attack them. Moment's Peace, just loot, move, and heal self. Again, loot can be useful if you need to loot some chests by scenario conditions with a loot action, but other than that, it's not as good. But heal self can be nice, remove some like poison or wound. Swift Trickery, again, it's enchanted, so I think jump and the poison is not there. So this gives us advantage if enemy is doomed, we get experience and do additional attack to it. And range is 4, so all this range is kind of nice. So let's look at X cards. Retaliate 3 in range 4, it's okay, but generally we don't want to be taking damage, and also it's only for the round. And Doom is each time this enemy suffers damage, perform heal self action. Again, we are not going to be taking much damage, we are not planning to, so generally it's also pretty situational. We want to instead kill enemies faster. The Hunt begins. Again, summon. It's not particularly impressive because attack just 1, but with wound. All summoned allies and add +2 attack to the attacks targeting this enemy. This is like very specific to like summon build, which we are not doing. But Fresh Kill on the other hand is like comes with a jump, and you get attack 2 in range 4, but on the other hand it's like you gain +2 attack and get experience with enemies undamaged. So we're actually gonna use this one. So we probably for example remove Vital Charge and get Fresh Kill because we lack those abilities which actually just like shoot and don't like burn cards. Let's level up. Expose, yeah, so that's gonna be a critical card in what we're gonna do for the top ability actually. And the Relentless Offensive. So Expose is gonna be like, first it has like a nice initiative, so you gain advantage on 1 attack each turn targeting a doomed enemy. So advantage is really powerful. It can mean also like doing attack versus getting nullified, or like getting additional several more points. And all enemies lose invisible and no longer gain invisible. It's situational, but it's also pretty nice. So yeah, we're gonna use Expose quite a lot. So it's probably like remove Crippling News and put Expose in. Let's see. Darkened Skies. Attack 3, target all enemies within range 3. Gain 1 experience which 2 enemies targeted. When this enemy dies, perform an attack 2 range 3 target 3 action for Doom, but it's not particularly great. And press the attack, yeah, that's what we need actually. Retaliate in range 2 is nice, but also like top is like really good. So it's like 5 against doomed enemy, so we're gonna press the attack. So let's see, maybe we'll like remove Foot Snare and use that. So Singular Focus, again loot, not a fan of burn loot abilities. You and all allies gain advantage on will attacks targeting this enemy. This is like doesn't like play well with Expose. Fighter Flame on the other hand is like pretty nice because we can move 5 with jump. So we're gonna use that. Frightening Curse can be, yeah, we can keep it for now, but Yeah, this one we can keep for now. Multi-pronged assault is probably, we don't really need it. Next level, inescapable fate. You may have 2 dooms activated on the same target. If a third doom is played on the same target, discard one of the others, or if third doom is played on a different target, discard both of the others. And then like doom itself, normal or elite enemy is doomed. Interesting, so it doesn't apply to bosses. At the start of each next return, advance the tracker of this effect. After it advances 3 times, kill the target and discard this card. So this can seem like very nice, but also like you often don't really need like many dooms, and it's like managing them can be like you kind of need to combo that with like dooms moving to like other enemies. And bottom one is like you generally can just wanna like kill the enemy faster than in 3 turns, and like instead of waiting it to like die. So we'll do wild command. Yeah, wild command has better initiative, and summons, it's like spoiler, we're gonna have a summon at higher level which we wanna use, and move 3 and attack, just unconditional attack 2 for doomed enemy is like kind of nice. We need that movement. Yeah, maybe let's replace Moment's Peace with Wild Command. So let's see, do another level up. Nature's Hunger, Giant Toad. It's pretty interesting, so it stuns, but it moves only 1. It's so slow. When this enemy dies, you and your allies perform heal to self action as for a doom. It's also not particularly good for this, and camouflage on the other hand is insane, especially like you want this for the solo scenario too. So let's get it. So you get invisible for both top and bottom no matter what you do. So we'll probably get rid of Felin Swoop at this point, we just have enough movement. Let's do another level up. Impending End. Yeah, that's really powerful. So attack 4, range 4, and kill a target and gain experience if its hit point value is less or equal than 2 after the attack. So not only it's just like a lot of damage, but second is also can clean up enemies. So imagine if you have like some shielded enemy you don't particularly fully kill, but maybe they have low HP, and like this is a perfect card. And the bottom is also nice, so you can add more attack to enemies when enemies are doomed, and you target them. And sometimes you just like just want to play exactly that. And then Crashing Wave, move 4, attack 3, target all adjacent enemies. It's not particularly good AoE when it's burn. You and all allies apply curse on your attack targeting this enemy. That's actually pretty cool, but Impending End is just like really good, so we're gonna keep it. So let's see, Reign of Arrows is like we need to keep some dooms, so like this one I would like to keep. Maybe Detonation, Frightening Curse, we can, yeah, we can probably like remove Frightening Curse and do Impending End. And then like, let's see, yeah, let's do a level up. Rising Momentum. So again, not a fan of this, it's like burn, it's powerful, but it's a burn, so I like a more like sustained way. And Doom is when if this enemy dies in range of another enemy, transfer this and any other dooms instead of discarding them. And Feral Instincts, okay, free loot plus heal. Loot is like good, it's top move 2 and attack 3, which is kind of nice. We don't want to get into like enemy range all that much, but heal 4 is a lot, and sometimes that loot action is like really important for a scenario. So let's maybe remove Detonation. So we are actually running low on dooms. And last level, Spitting Cobra. Look at that, poison, 5 HP, move 3, attack 3, range 3. Yes, we want that. You and all attacks add plus X to your attacks targeting this enemy for a doom, where X is the difference between the range of the attack and the number of hexes to the enemy. Seems complicated. It's pretty good, but I would say Cobra is like just deals damage. Lead to Slaughter. So attack 4, range 6. Force the target to move up to 3 hexes directly towards the closest hex adjacent to one of its enemies. And transfer elective doom effects from their current target to one enemy within range 4 of you. That's okay, but like I think Cobra is just like additive, so Cobra does a lot of damage and applies poison, and we do like quite a lot of damage on doomed enemies, so we're gonna keep this. I think we no longer really need fresh kill and keep Predator and Prey instead. So this is it. Yeah, we just have like doom this, and we have a lot of like typical actions. And expose we're just gonna like apply on maybe a first turn, maybe like play Race to the Grave and expose depending on what enemies are there. And for this one we can play it as a Doom, but I just played it as a Cobra. So let's see. So in ignore negative scenario effects, yes, we want that. And remove minus cards for consistency. Replace 2 plus 1 2 0 cards plus 2 plus 1 cards. Let's see, like overlays plus 1 is okay, but we can have like curse or like nullify rather. I more like these kind of cards. Poison, wound, immobilize, for example, stun. Because it's a ranged stun, it's just the enemy doesn't deal damage. Add target it's not as powerful because we kind of want to attack a doomed enemy. Yeah, let's do immobilize, poison and wound, maybe muddle. And yeah, let's do this replace. And here I probably just do technique and then add this. In terms of items, I would say it's like pretty standard. You get a lot of characters, so just like stamina potions, healing potions, like both minor and major. And for the last one, like for example, stun powder can be a nice choice if it's available. Super healing potion, yeah, you unlock it late, plus I don't really like it as much, it's like kind of expensive. And sometimes you just get something from the scenario, from some chest, and you can choose to use that. Boots, I think we have some jumps or can enhance to this, so I'd prefer maybe have like something like boots of dashing or boots of striding, whatever is like available and unlocked. So I'm a fan of just like simple boots. Levitation can be nice, but it's expensive and you need to unlock it. So for the hand item, it's like again single target can be nice. Like jagged sword is not good, for example, because it's like for melee. Like throwing hammer can be nice. A volatile bomb is interesting, but you need to unlock it, and also like you really want to target like one person, so it really depends. So, but basically, like, because all of these are just like melee attacks. Yeah, or maybe black candle if you have it unlocked. Like curse is pretty powerful, so whatever base situation. Here, clock and visibility is pretty nice, and especially for the solo scenario. So if you play a combination of characters which are more like tankies, I usually don't need this, and like more squishy characters, like usually pick this up. If you cannot get it, maybe actually like leather armor can be interesting. So maybe chain armor, but again, you don't really want to be like attacked in the first place. For this one, I like Amulet of Life actually, just to remove some like poison and a wound. Sometimes you get it from road event or whatnot. Just more like healing, just more to stay alive. Goggles are like not particularly impressive because we don't have like much AoE. Iron helmet, we don't plan to take on much damage. Maybe empowering talisman is okay, but it's like expensive. So yeah, Amulet of Life is like nice choice, I think. Yeah, so let's swap them back. All right. Thanks for watching.